The other day, I was listening to a audio recording I have of me and my mother in 1975. That would have made me 5 years old, and I think she was about 37. I was trying to figure out why through my whole life I never really felt my mother's love towards me. I mean, she raised me and there was a dinner every night and we struggled and she took care of me and raised me. But there was a lot of tension between us throughout the years. And as I grew up and became an adult, I just realized that it was because I never felt her love for me. That was a part of the tension. I don't know what kind of mom she was before, but the conclusion I made, and it was kind of a revelation to me, and maybe I've thought this before, but maybe not quite in this way, but I feel like maybe she had so much love for her other children that she lost, that she couldn't show her love for me because she felt like it would have betrayed them. And I can get that, I understand that. And maybe I was just caught in the middle of all of that in her life. But where does that put me with my feelings? I've been angry with her for a long time. I lost her when I was 22. One day she was there, and the next day she had a heart attack and died right in front of my eyes. There was a lot of pain that I went through at that time because she was all I had ever had, because my father died when I was little, like 7 months old. And even though she had a couple of boyfriends throughout the years, she never remarried and never had a stepdad. And we were isolated in a town where we didn't have any relatives, so we had friends around us, I guess, throughout the years, but it was just me and her. So when I lost her, I felt like I had lost everything. Even though our relationship was not that great. I loved her so much, but I didn't understand why she couldn't do certain things like show me her love or get a job and help support us. I felt when I was 18 that I needed to get a job and support us because my dad's Social Security check would stop when I graduated. And I wanted to go to college and become an accountant. I was kind of good at it in high school and I enjoyed it. But she didn't know how to encourage me. And I didn't have anything inside of me that could tell me that I could do it, that I could work and go to school at the same time and make a better life for her and me. So I went to work at a drive-in. First job I got was a car hop. I made $2.50 an hour plus tips. But that's not really the story I really want to tell. I mean, my life was not really very tragic. I mean, things happened to me that shouldn't have. And my mom should have known about it. And she should have cared about it. But I'm just trying to figure out things. I'm almost at the age that she was at when she died, when she was 55 years old, and I'm 54 right now. And I guess it's just common for kids to think that they're gonna die at the same age their parents did. So I feel like I might not have much time left. But I don't think there's much time left in this world anyway. So that's okay. And that's what I'm trying to get at is her other children that she had. I met them when I was 23. Yeah, probably a year after she died. And that was tragic in itself. I had this new family where one was taken away. So many replaced it. Like, I lost her. And then all of a sudden I had all these half-sisters and brothers. And I was so happy because I didn't have any growing up, and I had a chance for another family. So they scraped together and sent me a plane ticket to come visit them. And I know it wasn't really me that they wanted to get to know, well, on my mom's side. I know that. My dad's side was different, I think, because I'll get into that later. I just think that they wanted to get to know their mom through me. And so I loaded up all my photo albums and I took all my memories with me on that trip, and I tried to comfort them with who I thought she was. But it was really tragic because I don't know if I brought them any comfort. But I did try to tell her who she was without the ugly thoughts I had that I had buried deep inside me. The thoughts of her not showing her love to me and not caring about me. And what I really think happened with my mom is she just died of a broken heart because she couldn't even tell anyone about her children, that she had 5 other children, 5 precious souls that came from her. I've just lost my train of thought. It was tragic because she lost them, but yet they were still alive. And she felt like there was no way that she could be to them anything other than something bad. Like, I begged her when she was alive to try to find them. And I think the pain of knowing what happened and that they blamed her and that their dad might have turned them against her. I don't know what she had. I just feel like I needed to record this because it's been a difficult thing for me. So, I met children on my mom's side and the children on my dad's side's another story. I'm talking about my mom right now. And I noticed that they were different from me. I'm not sure if I can explain that or not in a way that makes sense. But I have recently gotten saved before I went to see them. And I was trying to follow Jesus. And I think that's why there was a difference. There was a wall between us. They were very materialistic and in certain ways. I don't want to put them down, but I can't explain it. I think the difference was I was saved and they weren't. They were bitter. They were bitter towards losing their mom. But their mom was saved. When she was a teenager, she accepted Jesus. And as she walked throughout her life, it might not have been perfect, but no one's is. I've been talking for 13 minutes and I can't fit a lifetime full of feelings in this video. But I just felt like I needed to address some things that I felt at this time, because I always forget sometimes how much I've grown or where I've come from or what I've gone through or what I've discovered about life. But the main thing I think I came away from listening to that audio clip was about a 30-minute audio that my mom had and me had recorded to send to my Aunt Joanne, her sister. And now I have a fly bothering me. She had said in it that she wanted to go and get a job. And that she wanted to get a driver's license and get a car so she could get back and forth to a job. Okay, Fly, you have to die. I forgot where I was at now. She had goals. But as time passed on, she never met those goals. She didn't have anybody there to tell her that she could do hard things. Like get a job, get her driver's license. She could do those things. She was ashamed because she had failed as a mother and lost 5 precious children. And I was the result of an affair she had with a married man. So I was just stuck there with her. I didn't know these things until I was an adult. So, I guess I've tried to forgive her throughout these years for not being able to show her love to me or for me to feel like she cared about me. I'm sure she did in her own way. But I think that time she was in mourning all the time. How could you not be? Would things have been different if she hadn't have lost those children? For her? I don't know. I don't know what their lives would have been like. Maybe they wouldn't be bitter. Maybe they would be more open to seeking Jesus. If she had been there to share him with them. I take comfort now knowing that she's with the Father. And she's whole now. She's not hurting. But that still leaves me kind of empty-hearted. Because when you grow up not feeling loved, I don't know if that makes you hard-hearted. I've tried not to be hard-hearted. Some people just love more easily than others. Jesus, I just ask you right now that you would comfort my heart where these matters are concerned. And I pray for those children, Lord, those 5 children. One is already gone, but 4 that are still here. I just pray, Lord, that you would save them, Lord. I pray that they can be saved. That you would reach out and touch them, Lord, with your salvation plan, and that they would accept you, so that someday we can all be together as a family. I know that's selfish, but I want my mom to be whole. I want our children to be with her.